Any declaration of pecuniary interest stated now? There is none. We have two action items. The first one is the kiosk purchases for the Gateway and Bruce Lee Haven. Charles, do you want to report on this?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. We have a recommendation. You have a recommendation before you for the purchase of point-of-care kiosks for Gateway Haven and Bruce Lee Haven sites. This is for the most part, an unbudgeted 2016 capital replacement purchase in the installation of a total of 29 point-of-care kiosks with a projected total cost of $62,000. $10,500 from the medical equipment capital reserves was budgeted in the Bruce Lee Haven budget, but that was only for 6, and this recommendation is that we replace all of the kiosks to the tune of 12, a total of 12 at the Gateway Haven site and 18 at the Bruce Lee Haven site. We already have 2 kiosks, pilot kiosks on those sites, and it has been recommended by the IT department that now these kiosks have been tried, tested, and proven to be what we really need, that we replace them with these new point-of-care kiosks. A point-of-care kiosk, by the way, if you haven't had an opportunity to really get into the details of it, these are reporting systems. They're kiosks that are located throughout the home, and the PSWs, personal support workers, are able to document the care given right at the site of care given to each and every resident. At the Bruce Lee site, they only had 2 per home wing. At Gateway, they had 3, and it was we were really seeing some efficiencies at Gateway, but not as much at Bruce Lee, and you can appreciate that when you have just 2 kiosks for 25 persons, where you have to record on 25 persons. Staff were really finding it to be very taxing, to say the least. The proposal or the recommendation is, please, that we purchase these and replace these with these more efficient kiosks.
Is there any questions? These will be right up to date with the technology. Right,
yes, this is
something that's going to be
obsolete. This is the Cadillac.
This is the, okay, very well, very well. Like you had looked at other ones.
Yes, through the IT department, the ones that we've had, point-of-care kiosks in both sites for, I would think, probably the last almost 6 years, and they need to be replaced anyway in that light, and these are an updated model for sure. And like I say, we've had the pilot ones in place, and the staff have tested them, proven to be, this is what we really need.
There's a recommendation there in front of you for the on-budget 2016 capital replacement, purchase and installation for 29 of these care kiosks for $62,200 plus HST. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Mitch, second by Dave. All in favor? Carried. The next action item is hymn book purchases for the Gateway Haven.
Yes, please. The recommendation is to purchase of 50 hymn books costing $594.22, inclusive of tax, from the Gateway Haven General Donations account designated for recreation and leisure activities. This is in the Spiritual Care Department purchase.
Any questions?
What are you doing with the old books?
Actually, the old books were self-made.
Okay, there's a recommendation for the purchase of 50 hymn books, costing $594.22, including tax. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Paul, second by Mike. All in favor? That is carried. There is one information item on the lawn care report.
One of the, without going into any kind of real detail, but you will notice again in this report from both sites, and sort of a continuation even on from last month's information report, that both sites are really expanding their doors, and I'm getting really excited about both sites with the plans that we're looking at for the summer months and the fall. Both sites are really reaching out to the community, and we're planning a lot more community events and building partnerships. And such is the case, especially with the Gateway one that I'm reporting on this month in regard to the intergenerational petting zoo, which seemed to be I thought it was quite a title. But Gateway has partnered with the Home and Community Supports, Grey Bruce, and together they provided this on-site zoo, and it worked out quite well. So I just thought I'd mention that I'm quite excited about some of the out-of-the-box thinking that's going on in both homes for our residents.
Okay, any comments or questions? One comment I would like to make on that memorial service
Yes.
that you held at Bruce Lee Haven. It was very well attended. There was a lot of people there. It was done very well.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for doing
And
that.
we've starred you in the report. Did you see that, Mr. Chair?
Okay. Yes, I've seen that. Is there any other questions you want to ask Charlie? Okay, that was for information purpose. Can I move in a seconder that we adjourn, and the next meeting will be on July 7th? Moved by Mitch, second by Paul. Paul, all in favor?